Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Genesis Alpha 1, back to the load screen, so I'll just load in. There you go. Gives you the little update on what you already know, how many crew you've got and all the other little settings. So yeah, one thing I'd say about this game, I was thinking as I was loading in, which wasn't much time as you saw, is this game is, I would say, very intense. So what I mean by that is, and you've probably seen if you've watched the other videos I've already done on this game, I mean, lots of games are intense. So you get games where there's lots of fighting. Obviously turn-based games are different, there's less intensity, but there's lots of games, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's The Division 2 or whether it's Assassin's Creed something or The Witcher. There's lots of intense parts when you're fighting and there's lots of things happening, but then also in all those games, Cyberpunk, whatever, Dragon Age, etc, 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 there's lots of bits where you're travelling, you're talking to other characters, you're walking around, you're sometimes literally travelling. Good example is The Witcher. You're travelling a lot in that, and yeah, you may come across something, but it may not even be that intense. It may just be a funny story. So most games have very intense parts, often the fighting or bits where you need to traverse something or do a particular mission, but there's long parts when they're not. This game, I would say, is ongoing intense. That's not a criticism, that's actually part of the thing of this game. It's what it is, but it's just a thing. It's not a game you can kind of just start playing while you're having a cup of tea or while you're doing something else. Of all the games I can think of, this, like I'm standing now in Hangar Bay, but you've already seen that alien bugs can get on board, and this is very early on. I've only just built a Hangar Bay, and I've only actually brought on one lot of debris on board, and you already saw bugs got on board. So in a normal game later down the line, when you've been playing a little bit longer, you'll have ongoing problems with different cargo people on different types of bugs that can keep spawning and respawning. There's always something happening, and so there's not really a point where you can just chill and just kind of have a break. That's not bad. Again, it's a very good reflection of what's going on, because there's no save, there's no real pause, there's no break in what's going on, and that's kind of like it would be. And like I said, in this game that suits it, but like I said, it is kind of intense, so it's a game you need full concentration on. It's very easy in this game, just you can literally come back from a mission and, you know, turn around, go and, you know, spend 30 seconds, and by the time you look back you've got bugs spawning somewhere, and they've already spawned down the corridor. So okay, so we're in the Hangar Bay. As I said at the end of the last video, I'm going to go to a planet. When you go to a planet, I would suggest always take a turret if you have one. There'll be times, because resources in this game come and go, you can have quite a lot, then suddenly you'll have less, you'll have limited turrets. Even when you've got lots, you'll want them in lots of places, especially when your ship gets bigger and you can't cover everywhere. But if you have a turret, I'd always take one, because they can be very useful. So you go to terminal when you want to go to a planet, and you can see from the right that says crew assigned. So as I said, you turn when you're on this screen, you turn when you're on the screen to this, and it gives you the other crew that you can assign. Anyone assigned to the hangar will go with you on the mission. You can have, I think I've had 4, I think there's 4 people assignable in Hangar Bay. Yeah, you can see on the top right there's 4 spaces, so there's 4, you can have up to 4 people go with you, crew. And I could take all of these. Obviously I can't take the one in the greenhouse because the plants will die. I want to keep some in the bridge because, I don't know, it just seems the right thing to do, not that they're doing much. As we're going to a planet, and we're not beaming anything aboard at the moment from debris, we'll take the one from the tractor beam. Normally later on you won't want to do that, and normally later on you'll have more crew, but because we're going and we don't know what's going to happen, obviously extra crew is an extra gun and it's one more person to be mining the resources, because basically when you go to the planets, your whole what you're going to do is you're going to mine resources. If there's a side object to look at, you'll look at that after the resources. You won't be able to do it beforehand really. and then you'll go. That's all you're doing is mining. So the more people you have to mine and fight any aliens, and there'll always be something to fight. There's no planet I've ever been to in this where there's no alien threat. So we'll take someone from the tractor beam, and they will come running in there because they're really they're really keen, and there's no health and safety here. You just run in, you run around the ship, no one worries about that. So then we'll go back to the screen. Didn't have to come out, I just wanted to show you the running animation. So we've got 2 planets we can go to in this system. You don't have to finish everything in a system before you leave the system, and often because you run out of one particular resource, even whether it's in the debris field, and we've finished off the debris fields here, or because maybe a planet doesn't have what you want, you can go to another system that's adjacent and come back. There's no restriction on how many times you can go to different systems and come back. And one of the things we really will want is framework, so we can build other things. And you can see you've got iron for framework, but we haven't got a processing plant yet. And none of the debris yielded any framework, so we might want to go to another system to find ready-made framework in the debris. But we'll just go to this planet. This is a better planet because that one's got less stuff, although it means this one's going to need more mining. But anyway, so it's this launch harvester. That's the
harvester destination set.
That's the shuttle thing, and you quickly run in there, and your crew will run in there. Once or twice, one of the crew won't make it, but don't worry, they'll still be there when you get to the planet. So yeah, when you get here, you'll get this ready button, and everything, again, as is everything in this game, it just happens quickly. There's no time to really do anything. There's no way you can prepare. You won't know what's going to be there. Again, that's great, because that's how it would be on a planet you don't know about. There's no way of knowing what's really going to be there, or how aggressive it will be. You only know what you can collect. So you press ready, and how this will work is we've got our crew. That's the door, so you can be ready to run. And what I normally would do is I would run out here to here, and then place the turret there by pressing R2, and that means we've got cover for the entrance to the shuttle. You might want to place it somewhere else. You could pick it up and move it, but that's what you do. So mining, you can see it's simple. It's like in all these sort of games. Many other games, mining is what it is. So when you get these little things, they're biomass samples, and we get them, you can see there, I'll tell you at the moment. What that says is it's a clone sample from that species. Now you need, I think it's generally 10 to make a clone of a species, but that's one. Later on in game, when you've got higher leveled up soldiers and better guns, and more defence turrets and everything else, you might want to, you can come back, you can stay in one place where you know there's bits of a weapon or DNA samples, and you can just stay there and stay there and stay there until you get them. But at the moment I wouldn't advise that, because we're basic, we're very basic. So you can mine, like I can mine that if I want. I can mine away from them, I can mine with them, or you can just run around shooting bugs. It's always important, like I said, you have to watch where the crew shoot things, because if you're not with them and they're over there and they shoot something, the things they kill may drop weapon fragments or supplies, or maybe you've got supplies as well, weapons fragments, DNA, samples, biomatter, and you won't see it. It's always going to be something you can see when you look around, but you'll need to know where they are to what they're shooting at to know whether you can get. So for example, if they were here and I was back where I just came from and they start shooting something over here, you'll have to run over there to check. There's a limited amount of what you can put on your shuttle, and as you can see, it says fully loaded, so that's good. We didn't die. We run back here. Remember, take the turret. There you go, just press X, we took the turret. You get in here and then it says use terminal and you launch, and that was relatively simple.
7, 6.
Sometimes things will come at you even when you're launching, and they'll run up the ramp. They can get in here as well, but that was a pretty simple outing for how these go. But like I said, you'll never know. Even on the same planet, back, and it can be pretty. Oh, there you can see. Look, these bug things. Okay, so these, that kind of, the little green blobs things, that's biomatter, that's all that is. And you'll get that from lots of things that you kill, that it's just biomatter which you can use to make new clones. This thing here is a DNA sample. You get things like that, and there'll be, that's to show the difference, that's a biomatter sample, which is useful, and the ones that look in those kind of containers, they're DNA samples. Sometimes they're red, and that means they're weapon samples and these things like that, but they look different. But you want to collect them all. There's no reason you'd ever leave them. So now what we know, like I said, just because that's where all our containers line up, which is all pretty nice. There you go, that's all the stuff we've harvested. You can decide, like you can go and harvest anything in any order you want, but the crew will do it in a particular order. So there's what we've harvested. And now we know, never forget that the aliens once again enter their ship, which they will all the time. So we're just going to go down under here. You'll learn quickly where the places you can go under the ship are. These things here, you can install a module to detect aliens, but you won't have the upgrade yet. These nodes, you'll need to keep them working, and when these aliens present in the area for long, they'll usually damage them. Which is actually one way you'll know there's aliens around. If you find one of these damaged, it's almost always because there's an alien somewhere. You'll see this kind of damaged floor, but actually that's just bad workmanship or something, I don't know, because there's quite a lot of damaged floor in different places, and sometimes at the beginning of the game when you're not sure what you're looking for, it's kind of hard to tell what might be an alien nest or an alien substance and what's not, but you'll get used to how the ship looks. So we've looked around, we haven't seen anything. Like I said, that does not mean that something's not got in, although we shot what we thought was there, but okay. So we need to build a biotank, which is what it's saying there, to collect the biomass, but we haven't got the framework, I don't think, I'm assuming.
Welcome to the shipbuilding interface. Here you build and upgrade our ship.
Yeah, we haven't got the framework to do it, so that's annoying. So at some point, because we're not going to find ready-made framework on a planet, we'll just find resources to make the framework. So what we're going to have to do at some point is go to another system and try and find debris, because that's how you can get ready-made stuff. Oh, okay, so that's another problem. I forgot, actually I did know that, but I forgot. So we haven't got any more space to put the cargo, because as I said, cargo doesn't go in storage space, it goes in a deposit, and we didn't build a deposit, and we haven't got the framework to do that. So this game's often that kind of loop, and that's not bad or good, it is what it is. So you will need, there's no way to do everything you'll want, because if I built a deposit, I wouldn't have had the framework to build a hangar. So it's a vicious circle. If I built the thing to put the things in, I wouldn't have the thing to go there, and vice versa. So you'll have to work it out. It is what it is. You'll have to improvise. So we can't, our resources will stay there. We could, if we really wanted to, it says there on the screen, I'll show you, we can destroy the cargo. The only reason you would do that is if at some point later you've got so much cargo you don't need any, and you want to go back to a planet maybe to get the special thing in that crate, whatever that might be. Or what that crate means is a site. It can be a site or a resource or something, crash spaceship, and you'll want to go back, or you want to go back and collect DNA samples or something like that. So that's why you would get rid of the cargo, but other than that there's no reason. So we can't proceed in the hangar, we can't go anywhere, there's no point in getting rid of the cargo, so we will go back to the bridge. Let's somewhere here there's still that crew member. I don't know where she's gone. She's somewhere around. Oh, there she is. She was hiding. So, yeah, like I said, you don't need to leave a crew member on the bridge, but I don't know, it just seems like a thing to do because that's how space movies are. You always leave someone on the bridge in every space thing I've ever seen. So, and like I said, if you get invaded, it's always useful to have someone in the bridge because they can defend it, and like I said, the crew always shoot at anything moving. So here we are, we use the terminal on the bridge, and we need to move to somewhere else because we really can't do much more in this sector. We can come back here if we want, we probably will. So we can go, there's merchants in different places, planets. And what we're really looking for, I mean, planets are nice. Like I said, you only go one square at a time in this with your hyper jump, and there's no point in going further. One, because it's further, and there's some big gaps between the different systems when you go further, and also because the further you go, the more dangerous it gets. And trust me, dangerous can be very bad. Once you go into some of the systems where there's high risk, there can be pirates that will come and invade your ship, and we're nowhere near ready to defend that. Even when you've got bigger crew and you've got turrets everywhere and everything, it's very hard. Sometimes they come in waves, sometimes one just comes, but you're also fighting bugs in the ship, and it can really it can spoil your day, and more than a day. So we want to go to basically anywhere, but we don't know what debris is there, so we'll just go here. That looks quite nice. There you go, everything goes blurry. And we're there. And now we just want to use those scanner things. How does that work? Oh, we're going to go to the tractor beam and see what's there actually. Now if we run round here. Yeah, okay. We run round here. I don't know why I couldn't scan it from the bridge. Usually you can, but anyway, I'll look at that later. But anyway, you can scan it if you. To be honest, you're gonna use the tractor beam, so you might as well scan it from here. So what it will tell you, it always tells you. Okay. The reason I've now worked out for a reason that I'm not 100% sure of, because we didn't really do much, but these. Items are all scanned, so the reason it wouldn't let me access the bridge scanner is because everything is scanned already, so that's nice. Maybe it's a known system, I'm not sure. Anyway, so we've got here the planets, but that doesn't matter because we can't go there yet. And we've got no framework, and basically that's what we need, because nothing else matters now except framework, because we can't build a deposit, and until we can build the deposit, and really a bio chamber as well to keep the biomass, so we can't really proceed. So then we'll go back to the bridge, and I think when I did this a few times, and I've started this game quite a few times, I think I found framework quickly, but you just don't know. So that's where we were. So now we're going to go there, which is where there's not much. According to the scan, there's nothing. Go into nothing space quite often, and then we're going to go there. Now, as you can see from how the movement is to get to somewhere far away, you have to go through this quite a few times. You can't just hyper jump to a new system, which I think is quite good actually. It's also helpful, like I said, bearing in mind the game is difficult, and if you jumped into a system far away you would just die. Okay, so we can't scan from that, like I said. I think it's because those things have already been scanned. So we'll run over to the tractor beam. Fingers crossed. Panel might be useful. Battery. Framework. Okay, so that's what you have to do. And basically, whatever we did in the beginning, you'll never have enough framework, and maybe some other things, but framework definitely to build a hangar, a biosphere, bio container, all the other bits you want to build, the workshop and the storage, everything. So you'll always need to find framework, and you might be lucky, it might be the first system you're in that's got lots of framework in debris, but you might have to look around. And like I said, the things you find on planets will be resources, and it may be supplies, but supplies will be ammo and things like that, and the resources will be raw resources which you can't convert yet. And there may be lots of other things you'll want, weapons fragments and DNA fragments and biomatter, but there won't be ready-made framework. That will only be either in debris or in other spaceships you can board, but that's something else which we'll come to later. So we're going to get the framework, because that's really what we want. Actually, I've made a mistake there, but anyway. So what we really want to do is bring
Job assigned. Job
the
assigned.
people that were in the hangar to here, because we want all guns to the ready, because you can be sure that somewhere in all this framework is going to be some bug. And actually now we do have the time to just stand there looking at the tractor beam, because there's nothing else we can really do. We've still got that turret as well. So everything in this game is things you can do to help. Nothing you can do either on a planet where you stick out turrets and shields if you want. I'll show you a shield at some point later. Or on the ship where you can put turrets everywhere you want. No one thing, and you can have as many crews you can have in different areas.
Resource acquired.
No one thing will ever stop everything. So you're doing things that will help. Obviously, if alien bugs or aliens, sometimes you get whole aliens running. If aliens or pirates or anything board here, we've got a turret and we've got 2 crew and me. But that doesn't guarantee that something won't get through. And like I said, if I left here, that's even more dangerous, because not only is the danger in one less gun, which doesn't matter that much, but the danger is you won't see what happens. And
Resources collected.
if this was really your ship, the 2 things you would do, you'd want something to filter out alien DNA from the tractor beam, like they do in Star Trek, but maybe we don't have that technology. But the other thing you'd really want, which we would have technology for, is you would want to place a camera somewhere here and in the hangar, so you can review what gets in and out. Because once you leave the hangar, especially the tractor beam, when it's working, you've got no way of knowing what's come in. And you might come in and see this, you'll often come in actually, and find that something's been shot on the floor by the turret or by one of your crew, and it's some gooey mess. But that won't tell you if something's got away, it's hiding. And like I said, that scanner with the red dot only works if something's in close proximity, and it doesn't scan stationary things. So if there's an egg under the floor somewhere or in the storage or somewhere else, it won't tell you. So our next plan, and like I said, this game is all there's no one thing to do that's right. Whichever thing you do, you'll have to go around and find a way to do the other thing. So we will build the storage, the deposit storage for the stuff in the hangar bay, so we can go to a planet again, and I'll see what we've got, because we wouldn't mind the 3 things we want now that we really would be very useful is 1, a biomatter container, because that would contain all the biomatter we pick up, which is very useful. 2, obviously the deposit for the stuff that we bring in from the planets. And 3, crew quarters, extended crew quarters, because we could build a clone lab, but you can't make more crew than you have quarters, and I think each quarter has 5 spaces, and we've got 5 people, so we're not going to be able to make a lot more. We might be able to make 1 more, I can't remember, but we can't make many more crew without new crew quarters. So that's another thing that we'll need.
Resource beaming complete.
The things in this game are not very
Resources collected.
accommodating, and what I mean by that is the storage, the deposit, the crew quarters, everything isn't big. They look big when you see the size of some of them, especially the deposit, it looks massive. But actually, it doesn't take that much stuff. You'll end up needing quite a few of those, numerous storage things, crew quarters. The only things you'll only need 1 of are the things like the clone lab and the workshop and those things. And you can have more than one of those, you know, to work on things or be in different areas of the ship. If your ship gets bigger, you won't need more than one.
Resource acquired.
So I'm waiting for that bug. So you want to go, this is what happened to you. You'll want to go because you'll think, right, I've got some framework now. I could build my deposit. I can go and explore another planet. But then if we go now, no doubt some mould will turn up. So what we'll do actually is we can go here, and we can. Oh, they're completed already. I was going to help him. Let's fuck on here. Of course, because I came here. That's it. So there you go. You saw the minute I moved. That's what happens. So I made the point really well. The minute you move, even though I was going to stay in the same area, just quicken up the procedure. That's when the bugs came, and they can come anytime. And there you see, you can see these like one there that's going to give us some biomatter. I don't know if we can even store that yet because we haven't got storage. But anyway, there's a bit of something there. There's a different something, and there's something there. And like I said, always check a little bit. It's no harm. It does get
resource acquired.
A little bit irritating sometimes when you've got a bigger ship and you have to do this, but it is what it is. That's the game. The game is survival, and the game is make sure your ship's not taken over, destroyed or infested, and so you just need to keep checking out underneath areas to make sure that there's no eggs. And you will need to keep doing that, and it doesn't matter. The crew can't do that. You do that. That's it. You can put turrets down there and things, but they won't get nests. They'll just get the nest when they hatch. And once they start hatching, they can do quite a lot of damage. And like I said, you can go away in your shuttle to a planet, and you will regularly come back. I mean, this is very, very early on. You'll regularly come back and find whole sides of ships, storage corridors that are completely covered in eggs and alien goo and all manner of things, and you'll think, what the hell happened? So, because another thing which is actually good, again, this game is very, like I said, very intense. It's always happening, and when you go away to a planet, just like in a real, ship, the life goes on a spaceship. When you go to another area of the ship, life's still going on in a different part of the ship. The ship is still going on, everything's still happening whatever you're doing, and that is good because it's very realistic, I would say. Let's see how much more of that we have. Where is it? Okay, there's no more, so we could panel. Okay. Well, there's a few things we could do, so let's just have a look. We've got 11 in framework, which is really good. So we can build a biotank and a deposit. We can't build both. So we can build a biotank. That will give us a place to put the stuff from the planet, or we can build a biotank to get the... I think we'll build the deposit.
Welcome to the deposit module.
Because it opens up the possibility to keep going to the planet. So like I said, this is big.
We always have enough deposit space available.
Yes, that's right.
Otherwise,
always have enough
the
deposit
carrier
space
robots
available.
will leave farmed raw materials.
So these new areas, they'll always have those connectors, and so you can see where you can connect. And more importantly, is where you can connect from. So that's got a connection on both sides. So we can put it there. Actually, ideally it would be near the hangar, because the hangar is where there's the hangar. So we'll put it there, and that means that they can put stuff straight from the hangar there. I can get the crew to start bringing in those panels, but the other problem is, as you've already seen, when you go to a planet, I mean, you can go on your own, but I wouldn't recommend it. And if we have the crew here automatically tractor beaming in stuff from the other debris, we won't have anyone to go with us to the planet. So it is what it is. Like I said, it's everything in this game is a constant spiral of that I need that, but I haven't got that, and if I send that there, I haven't got that, and I can make that, but I need that. And then, like I said, that would be hard on its own, but the fact that there's all these hazards like alien bugs, and you'll lose resources, you'll lose crew often. This will happen all the time. So you'll lose crew on planets. These robot things move the resources you brought from the planet. You can build more to make it faster. When you've got more deposits, you may want more. If your deposits are further away, you may want more. I'll come to that thing at the top in a moment. So you may want more all the time, but I've never in any of the games felt I needed to. So you can, but it's another thing to spend resources on and things. So this, yeah, okay, I knew there was going to be, like I said, if one of those node things goes wrong, you can be pretty sure there's some alien somewhere. And you can see there's more than one. So like I said, you've been watching this from the videos I've done, and it seemed like we'd killed all the... You can easily die down here, by the way. It's just me against the aliens. And we've not got the best gun. But yeah, like I said, actually, I'm gonna have a look and see if I've got a better gun. Sure, I've got another gun in my locker. But yeah, as you can see from that,
Access granted.
I can't have that gun. Okay, it's not letting me pick another gun at the moment. I don't know why. I can't remember. But yeah, as you can see, alien bug things. Already here, and although we've been very careful what the tractor beam, we've killed what we wanted to kill. You see these nodes get damaged where there's aliens. It's the one way to that gun was alright. So what you want to do with these node things is you just go up to them and it will say reboot. It's a very simple process. And like I said, the nodes act as a kind of they don't mean to, but they'll act as a warning
Power
for
reestablished.
where things are going on. So you can see this, and the first time I saw this, which is just some kind of solid debris build-up, I thought, oh my god, that's an alien nest, but it's not. It's just what's there. So you'll get used to the things that the ship, like different textures on the floor, this, which again, you think, oh my god, that's some alien, but it's not. It's just how the underside of the ship looks. As they've obviously added that on purpose, I think they've done it for that reason, to make the underside of the ship much more hard to distinguish from alien things, because obviously they had to add this in. This wouldn't have been part of the thing if they'd just done the framework, so they wouldn't have had this. So they've made that just to make it even more difficult. So anyway, you can see there's another node out. Nodes there everywhere. It doesn't cost anything to repair them, but yeah, it can be a bit there. So that was that. So this is actually a deposit, and you can see they've done quite a lot of damage already. So yeah, that actually, this is a deposit, and all this will do is show us ship resources. So you don't need anybody manning a deposit. Although you can have a turret here to, you know, watch when you've got spare turrets to put here to watch aliens coming in, and they'll come because they came there because that's where we put our crates, which obviously again we don't have a bioscanner to filter alien DNA, although we killed the whole ones that came in with us. Some were in those crate things and they hatched underneath. So again, you can see, and this is a very, very early stage. It's a small, relatively small ship. There you go. I've not really got much spread. There's like, you know, there's a tractor beam, workshop. There's not much spread. and already, you know, we're having to run around everywhere, these bugs, and we have been standing at the tractor beam each time we beam things in, and we've shot everything that came through. So as I said, you'll never get everything. There'll always be things beaming on board later on, bugs creeping on board, things like that, and you'll never ever get them all. And the longer the game goes, the more dangerous the life forms will be. These big walking things that will hatch from eggs that, you know, you can't imagine. These are plant things, and these all manner of horrible things. So you'll never get them all, and you will have to obviously go, like now probably I'll go back to a planet, and you will have to go to planets, and you will have to leave the ship, and things will happen. And at the moment, you know, we're stuck with 4 crew, and if we take 2, we've only got 2 people left who have got the capability of doing anything. In fact, what I will do, what I'm going to do, I think there was an extra.
Access granted.
Yeah, okay, there's an extra turret. So we're going to take the extra turret, and these turrets, like you see, they, you know, with the tractor beam, that didn't kill everything that came through the tractor beam. But what we will do, we'll put a turret there. Just to watch what comes through. So we've got some kind of security in the hangar bay. It won't be fantastic. What that will actually do, and again, that's another reason to have these turret things in different places, and even crew. They'll never kill everything, but if you come back and the turret's shot something already that's been going on while you're not there, and you see some gooey mess on the floor, you'll know to look for something. So that's the one thing they will do. And they'll shoot whole aliens that come through. So again, another use for this will be later on, I would probably put one there to watch the entrance to the shuttle, one here to watch where we put the cargo one side, and one there to watch the other side, at least. And that won't stop them all, so we'll go back to the terminal, and we will go back to the planet that we were looking at. And we've not received the planets, actually, these new planets, so, okay. Okay, so the green one is fern, and that's the plant, obviously, and that provides O2. There's various different plants that you can pick up, and fern provides O2 for the human crew. When you've got alien crew, you'll need plants that provide different biospheres, different greenhouse plants. But at the moment, we wouldn't mind fern, because we haven't got the ability to make any alien crew, or indeed any other crew. So that's useful. And you can store that if you don't need it. So, okay, so we will go back to there, and we will take out tractor beam people. And we will go to the planet that's got fern. I know that these 2 planets have some special item with those crates, that's what that is, but at the moment I wouldn't mind the
harvester destination
I wouldn't
set.
mind the fern. So we run in here, and it will run automatic launch. Come on guys, run.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then we're off. It's always good when you get in. Little things, this game happens, as you've seen, it happens very quickly, everything happens fast. It's always good to try and be facing the entrance when you're going to go. And then before you even go outside, make sure you've got your tractor beam at the ready. Tractor beam, your turret at the ready, which we will place there. And then, like I said, what I tended to do, especially as I got stronger crew and more used to what was going to happen, is on a new world, like this is a new planet that we've not been to, I'd watch the crew working, look around, wait for the first aliens to come, which they will, probably, and then decide on whether the alien was a really dangerous one that I wanted to kind of keep guard over, or whether I was going to out the crew or what, so that's kind of what I did. So let's see what this is. There's a lot of it. There's probably some small, not even small. So you can see, as I said, these quite a lot of them all over the place. And you need to, as you can see now, type shooting them as well, which is very useful. But you need to be really aware of where these things drop. Because things will drop all over the place. The turret will shoot things from the other side as well, from further away, and you just need to always kind of be on top of where things are being shot. These green things light up pretty well, so they're pretty easy to see, but when you've got quite a lot of aliens coming in from all over the place, sometimes you we've got the DNA for another creature. That's also another good thing in this game that I like a lot. It's done very, very well for what it is. When you go to a new planet, you'll start picking up DNA from a different creature, because of course it will be a different creature. So that's also good. So to get the DNA from the first species we were picking up, we'd have to probably go back to that. Not necessarily, they may be on different planets, but to be sure we'd have to go back to that original planet and go there to pick up that DNA, because this species is a different one. So, like I said, lots going on. Once you get an idea of what's happening, you're kind of going to be slightly sorted, because at the beginning this game is a bit overwhelming. Not the building the ship part, I think. Where's another one? Not building the ship part, because that's relatively simple if you ever build anything from Dutch. They don't always drop things, by the way. But yeah, not building the ship, but building but all the things that happen when you go to the planet, especially the things that can happen when you're not on the planet, these bug things, checking for bugs, checking for aliens, waiting for aliens to board you, like I said, where aliens can, all these things you won't know, you wouldn't expect. You know, I kind of thought the first time I came to some more bugs. I could run, but the reason I'm staying shooting is because I don't want to, they may get on board anyway, but if I run now, you can get really a bit grim. All of that, thank you. And you see the benefit of the turret, and the benefit of falling back to the turret. Did they kill the turret? They killed my turret. What the hell? Okay, that's bad. Oh yeah, some big gooey thing got here. Okay, it's definitely time to go. Turrets dead. Turrets die. You can upgrade turrets, but they can die. That turret died, so that's gone.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But yeah, the first time I played this, or the first few times, it took me a while to kind of realise that whatever I did, I kind of thought, oh, there must be a way to stop the bugs from spawning. There must be a way to stop them getting under the ship. Maybe if I put turrets here, that will stop them, but actually it doesn't. And that's the thing you learn. You learn that there's always going to be casualties, there's always going to be damage, there's always going to be bugs and aliens, and you just have to deal with it. And there's going to be losses. I mean, we didn't lose any crew there, which is good, because you really can't afford to lose crew before you've got a clone lab. But there's a bug there, I saw it somewhere. But we've lost a turret, and that's resources, and we don't have limited resources, we don't have limitless resources. Where's that bug? Is it in here? See, like I said, sure there was another one. And I can't emphasise enough that the point that I didn't kind of, again, another thing I didn't really understand when I first played this, is you're not important. You're a clone, remember. We're all clones. You're not any different from the other clones that you clone. You're a clone and you're expendable. If you die, providing you've got extra crew to be taking over, and they'll just become the captain. So the ship is what it's all about. It's not about you. So there you go. We've done a few planet missions. I need to do more. Let's just check what we've... Where's that planet? Yeah, we've still got stuff, quite a lot of stuff, and we could probably go to all these planets and do that, although we wouldn't mind some... I think we need panels for something we want, I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, there's lots of things ongoing to do. You have to keep in mind what you want, what resources you need for different things, what things you need, which things to balance. At the moment we're kind of short on crew, but again that needs crew quarters and that needs a clone lab. So anyway, I'll cut this video now because like I said, this game, a lot happens all the time, and most of it's stressful and not good. But I shall come back with another instalment of Genesis Alpha 1 next time. I think next time we'll probably see if we can, we'll probably go back to planet a bit, but we'll probably try and extend the ship. Maybe we'll try and build a clone lab. Anyway, thanks for watching, take care.